war between Russia and Ukraine nearing the 3-year mark now. The battling countries and the United States are ramping up efforts to get leaders to the negotiating table. And President Trump this week spoke with both Ukraine's Zelenskyy and Russia's Putin. But how much wiggle room is there to keep both sides satisfied without sending the war spiraling out of control? NewsNation correspondent Libbey Dean live in Washington with the very latest on this. Libbey.
Natasha, peace talks between Ukraine and Russia, they're at a standstill as President Trump speaks with both countries' leaders, and top administration officials meet with their foreign counterparts in Munich. But Ukraine's president is insisting he stay in the loop or there can be no negotiations.
I really believe that time has come. The armed forces of Europe must be created.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy speaking in Munich today, saying European armed forces may be the next step in the war with Russia if Ukraine's entry into NATO is denied, adding that the U.S., quote, is not ready to protect us.
The old days are over when America supported Europe just because it always had.
But Saturday afternoon, Zelenskyy changing his tune, saying real peace is a possibility working alongside the U.S., adding, quote, the world is looking up to America as the power that has the ability to not only stop the war, but also help ensure the reliability of peace afterward. Our teams are working thoroughly and in detail on a special agreement between our countries, one that will certainly strengthen both America and Ukraine. We are committed to making it a real success.
President Zelenskyy, thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Zelenskyy says he also had a substantive meeting with Vice President J.D. Vance on Friday. There, he reiterated to Vance Ukraine's need for security guarantees before talks of ending the war with Russia can commence. The in-person meetings come after President Trump spoke with Zelenskyy and Russian President Vladimir Putin in separate calls earlier this week. The phone calls causing commotion on the war front as Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth says Ukraine will likely be unable to return to its pre-war borders, even if a peace deal is reached.
We must start by recognizing that returning to Ukraine's pre-2014 borders is an unrealistic objective. Chasing this illusionary goal will only prolong the war and cause more suffering.
Hegseth also saying that American troops serving on the ground in Ukraine is unlikely. But the vice president contradicting that notion days later, telling the Wall Street Journal the option to send troops to Ukraine remains, quote, on the table. And coming up this week, Trump's national security advisor, Mike Waltz, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and Trump's Middle East envoy, Steve Witkoff, they're all heading to Saudi Arabia to meet with Russian and Ukrainian negotiators to move the ball forward on these peace talks when it comes to ending the war. Natasha.
All right, Libbey Dean with that. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.